like to illustrate is called工字伏虎拳. Means the eye pattern, tiger subduing fist form. Before we even get into doing the form, we'd like to reiterate the idea that the most important thing you can do is to improve your knowledge of the principles, the fighting skills, like the 4 doors and the different levels, and to practice the individual fighting techniques. This is what's going to make your Kung Fu useful in the street. The form is important too, but you should think of it more as a dictionary, as a source of materials that you can then take and practice for different situations that may come up. Sifu Yu is going to demonstrate the Gong Ji Fok Fu form in its entirety. Up to the point where Sifu Yi stopped, we usually call the Gong Ji Kun. Where he's going to recommence is called the Fok Fu Kun. So the two combined together form the whole form, Gong Ji Fok Fu Kun. The following will be a slow motion version of the Gong Ji Fok Fu. This opening portion is called Kyosao, or bridge hands. If you wish to break the form up, this is the spot where it would break. You would throw the punch and then bow out. If you choose not to break the form, you should continue straight through to side punch. It should be noted that during the part where Sifuji is in the horse stance, the portion of the form where he is facing to the rear conforms exactly to the same portion where he is doing horse stance facing to the front, so that if you need it as a reference, you can use the first horse stance part as a reference to learn the techniques, and then later when you practice it, you can do it in both directions. The following will be some key points and some applications from the form. It should be noted right away that some of the techniques in the form are not just for fighting, but are also used to train the body. So you make a tight fist, draw it in. You should inhale as you draw the hands up. The hands must be pressed down toward the navel area. This sinks the energy down to the dantian or navel area. You breathe and expand your chest like a balloon, and then squeeze shut while you exhale. Okay, this Kyosao is also good for training the strength of the forearms and also to circulate the energy to build up your internal power. The snake shape that follows is used to jab mainly at the eyes or throat. It gives you longer reach, but it is a somewhat weaker strike. If you want to really hit someone hard, you can alternately use the phoenix eye fist or the leopard shaped fist. This bow is a famous bow. The fist represents the sun, the palm, the moon. In the character, when you put them together, you get the word Ming, which showed that the Silam disciples were followers of the Ming dynasty of China. This continues the foundation building part of the form. This practices the horse stance and to sink the chi to the dantian. The palms together shows that it's a Buddhist system. This is also for internal training, in and breathe out alternately. This is also used for training this part. The squeezing part trained the claw. Circulate your breathing, showing the golden scissor hand. This trains the forearm strength. Double back fist called Sapti Fangam. From the previous section, we will illustrate that the bong sao can be used to protect the front middle door. The following, taken from the previous section, shows him defending from an upper side door attack. He deflects, blocks the kick, and jabs to the throat. Using the same technique, if he attacks the side upper door, instead of using the finger jab to the throat, if you don't feel strong enough, you should use the leopard-shaped fist. The following section shows and teaches the methods for attacking in various directions, both front and rear, right and left. The hook hand is often used to release a grip. When the person strikes and the other person grabs their hand, they need both hands, not just the hook hand. The back fist that was done with the left hand is now transferred to the right hand for a combination. This is an elaboration of the previous technique, where the hook hand is combined with the butterfly palm technique. This next section is a repeat of the previous section, so it will be unnecessary for new applications to be shown. There's the bong sao, single bow hand, hooking palm, side elbow, snake-shaped hand, and back knuckle. This technique defends against a strong attack from the upper side door. Number one, you have to slide back, and number two, you must lean the body when striking back. The kick shown in the previous section is the Samsing Naotanguk shown in previously, where the person sweeps the person who's stepping in on him. The sweep is used when the opponent tries to step in between the legs. When he tries to step in, this is the hook portion of the kick. After he falls, or if you don't get what you want, the spring portion is used to kick the opponent either on the ground or on part of his body if you don't trip him at all. The following Sifu is demonstrating the Chinji Sao. Technique defends against the high side door and uses combinations of Chinji Sao. You don't have to perform all the movements exactly like they are in the form. After the previous section, there are strong uppercuts followed by a side punch. In this technique, we illustrate the Popai Sao. After the side punch is deflected by the Bong Sao, when he attacks with the elbow, you must step back when doing the Popai Sao to avoid getting hit. Then you follow with Tiger Claw to the face. This section is a reiteration of the previous section. For reference to the techniques, of course, you can look at the other side. We will not show applications again because the key points have already been shown when he was performing on the first side. Butterfly palms. The butterfly palms protects the front, middle section of the front door. You deflect, and then you have to step to the side in order to protect the door. Then when you go to strike back, you must slide the body into your opponent in order to hit him back. Tiger Claw from the back door. Chinji Sao. Chinji Sao, high side door block followed by a palm attack to the throat. For a stronger result, you can change the final move to Black Tiger Steals the Heart using the tiger palm to the chest. This illustrates the other side of the techniques, which are mirror images of the first side. This blocks a kick from the back door, and then the following section is a repeat of an earlier section to a new direction. This is the Gumsing Guagok technique. Okay, after the block, this is the Golden Star hanging hook. He tries to grab, you release the grab, and kick to the knee. After this is the end of the first part, called Gongji Kun. Okay, this series of attacks sequentially attacks the two different doors, middle and high door, to confuse the opponent in a sequence. Wu Dipjung, or the butterfly palm technique. The first part of the move is the dragon swings his tail to deflect a kick. The technique can also be done using a backhand. Okay, he twists using the unicorn stance. Then he has to step in and propel his opponent backward. In this technique, the blocking technique must cover the head in order to deflect the opponent's attack and reach him in one motion. This you must sync with the back fist in order to lend power to your technique. This technique is one of the 85 points that we named earlier. It's a whole sequence of movements that can be fitted into one technique. Alternately, instead of following through exactly as in the form, you can just sweep him and finish him off in 2 or 3 techniques. Threading bridge, followed by a rip to the face, followed by a groin strike. Kick. To recover your balance, you can use the lower body snake shape. The lower body snake shape could be used to sneak in so that you can explode your stance into the next move. This technique was shown in previous sections. Although shown before, one of the key points is the snake tongue spearing the eye move shown here. Black Dragon swings his tail, turning, protects the upper door here. Now, Dangong Tinji, you can strike the neck or defend an upper part, strike the neck, and palm to the neck. Starting from the last move, if he foils his neck cutting hand, you have to try to sneak in with the palm strike quickly before he reacts. This is the leg dragging technique. It protects the middle door from a leg attack. This is some of the Chatsing Kunfat. The sweep that we've seen before in the drills, Paw Pai Sao. Tiger Claw we've seen before. The Golden Dragon trying his claw, deflects against the backdoor grab, then you twist and attack the groin. Palm strike, deflect low, high, grab the opponent and punch. Alternately, deflect low, high, escape from a hand grab and punch. Then, butterfly palms, as we've seen before, and back fist. As we've said before, techniques have to be altered to suit. He deflects low, hits, and uses the leopard-shaped fist to strike. The motion is exactly like a crane strike, but the leopard fist is a little stronger due to the shape of the hand. This technique, as we have shown before, isn't exactly like the form. And you can use the leopard-shaped fist to strike back. An alternate version of this technique uses the crane beak, which affords you more reach, but for beginners has less power. The following techniques have been shown before. You have the Tiger Claw, threading bridge, facing punch, and now the Ming Dynasty Loyalist Bow, fist being the sun, palm being the moon. We hope you enjoyed this form. They will be demonstrating a more street fighting approach to the Gauduk techniques that we've been going over so far on the tape. Following is a dissection of the previous techniques shown. The techniques will show various doors and various types of defenses. In the beginning, the person is having an argument with the person in front of him. Originally, when he can't get by, he turns and sees the other person there. So he deflects, uses Paw Pai Sao to stop the elbow technique. Then uses the Samsing Lao Tan Gok to sweep him. Following are middle door attacks, Bong Sao, and the leg dragging hand. Snake shape, followed by the snake tail strike. Defending the upper gate with Chinji Sao. Tiger Claw to the face. And Tiger Paw to the chest. Ying. And followed by Ngao Tan Guk again to sweep the opponent. Earth, crane hook to crane beak. And Jin Choi, the arrow fist to the chest. Earth, earth, earth strike, wood strike, and fire strike. The entire section is known as the Chatsing Lin Wan Kun.